Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Larry, and today it's been a week. Today we are going to be opening up uh this Masters of the Universe Masterverse was it 1997 film Evil-Lyn that I got from the toy department over in Fairfield, Ohio, and we're going to talk a bit about the new Masters of the Universe trailer that was released this week, and yeah, and maybe I'll open up another figure. I don't know. Probably won't. I still have a whole bunch from the toy department from last weekend. Obviously, if you live out in I don't know, this like Texas and Arkansas, and Kentucky, Tennessee, Southern Ohio, we're getting hit with some snow. It just started snowing about an hour or so ago over here in northern Kentucky near Cincinnati. So it hasn't gotten too deep yet. But the driveway and the sidewalk got covered pretty quick. So yeah, so hopefully everyone's staying warm and being safe out there. Let's take a look at the chat so far. We got a whole lot of people in right now, but we do have Mr. Ryan Clark, my friend. How are you doing this evening or afternoon? I keep forgetting what side of Canada you're in. I keep forgetting if you're in the west or east or center. I have no idea. But I keep forgetting. I want to say you're on the East Coast, closer to East Coast, but I could be wrong. And of course, my girlfriend Chaos. He says she loves her design. Yes, that movie still has a big place in my heart. I remember watching that on VHS for the first time when I was a kid. Didn't even know it existed because my aunt actually had a recording of it. So, of course, as a kid, I really didn't care that it was on Earth a lot, but I thought it was an interesting, and I still love it. And he says, "I am Easter, where the weather is perfectly normal." Well, I mean, you're a lot further north, so you're lucky at the moment. We're just starting to get hit with this storm that they're saying it's going to be. They're projecting 8 to 12 inches of snow at some point this weekend. Right now, we don't even have an inch or anything like that yet. I won't even say we even have a quarter of an inch yet. So we're doing pretty good in my book. So yeah, so for right now, the only Masterverse figures I currently do have was the Ocean Picture style He-Man and Skeletor. Also have the 40th anniversary He-Man and Skeletor as well. I haven't been able to track down Beastman or Blade yet. And Chaos says she wants to see Orko in the new movie. Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe we'll see a whole lot of everyone. Who else we got? We got Nikki Rosalind. What's up? How's it going? Or is it Rosalind? My pronunciation is awful. We have Sarah Louise. God, why is it I can't freaking read today? Sarah Louise, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day and being safe for their Saturday on their weekend. But yeah, so we're going to take a look at her tonight. Roll on, son. Rollinson. Okay, Rollison. Okay. But yeah, so like I said, she costs only like $20 at the toy department over in Fairfield, Ohio. They do not have an online shop. You can only get these in store. You only pick up figures in store there. I'm thinking about when the weather's good. Hopefully, I can go and get rid of. I've been going through some of my collection and going to get rid of a few things. Maybe get some money out of it. Also, want to talk about tonight. We're going to go look at, besides the new movie trailer, we're going to take a look at some Kickstarters that started. Well, haven't started launching yet. But one in particular I've been following for a while, and that is from Von Berg Studios, Ashton Oath. Right now, I know he's on New to Mythics currently. They had a kind of impromptu live stream with Greg and the other guys there, talking a little bit about that, which is I was in the chat on that for a little bit. Very cool. Can't wait for that to pop up so I can try to back at least some of the figures, at least one whenever it pops, depending on what the finances look like at that point in time. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and we'll crack in to Evil-Lyn here. Get my trusty pocket knife. And like I said, so I know how a lot of people open up these boxes. I keep forgetting the side tapes on this top. I'm so used to opening these things from the bottom. So when I switch to opening it from the top, I always confuse myself. There we go. Trying not to cut my fingers. But hopefully everyone is inside, warm. So in the tray is just the figure currently. There is a little thing on here. There we go. Open up this little flap here to pull out her accessories. But she shouldn't have a lot. But she doesn't have really anything. I don't think she comes with any weapons. You know, typically this thing will tell you what it has, but I do not see anything listed on that little corner end. I'm going to throw that box over there. And we'll have to clip off some of these little ends here. I'm going to clean my desk back off again. Never stays clean for long. Trying to make sure I don't nip the cape, which is actually taped to the back of the tray, which is interesting enough. Okay. I know, it's so exciting. Come on now. I hate these little plastic wraps they put on here. There we go. And the cape's actually taped to the back of the tray. So hopefully that's not going to damage the cape at all. Yeah, I got a little bit of residue. I'm sure I can get that off somehow. Ugh. Yeah. Did I get? Looks like I got all this stuff snipped off of her. All right, so I'm making a big racket with plastic trays. So here we go. We got our 1987 Evil-Lyn, played by Meg Foster in that film. And man, her eyes were so piercing in that movie. I don't care if she was evil. Then again, her eyes have always been piercing. It just naturally how she was. Loved her in They Live. But yeah, I got a little bit of tape residue. I don't know if that's going to pick up, on the cape. Not happy about that, so that's going to be a fun little thing to get off of. Soft goods are okay. But yeah, let's see if she gets us to focus a little bit on Evil-Lyn here. Come on, camera, work with me. Oh, come on. You know, you want to focus. There it goes. And then it lost it. I had it, and then it went away. But the paint on her is really nice. The eyes look really good. I wish there was a bit more shading on the face. Obviously, the colors on her is a bit brighter than what was in the movie. Mr. Ryan Clark says her plastic looks like vintage Zartan. You know what? It kind of does. I want to say her outfit was a bit darker than this in the actual film. Of course, and in the cartoon, it was like blue and purple. I mean, there's a lot of blue, a lot of purple in here, like more like lavender, very light lavender, or just kind of a pink with some kind of silver detailing. And here I am knocking into the mic. I don't know how well that's picking up. There it is. But all the little rivets on here are all nicely painted all around her boots. This kind of back skirt piece, got the kind of rough and shiny plastic. But yeah, I mean, the headdress, kind of a, I don't know, kind of weird gray silver. But yeah, let's go ahead and put her next to her boss, Franklin Jella Skeletor. And hopefully I can go out and find Beastman and Blade at some point. I don't know if those will actually came out in stock or not. I know they were sold out pre-order wise, but I don't know if they've ever, I'm not sure when they ever made it out in stock. But obviously I want to try to get all the movie ones if I can find them. So, okay, see, get that off of here. But yeah, she looks really nice. The chain kind of stops. It's supposed to be on a little front piece here, kind of midway. I think it should have kept going at least somewhere. But articulation-wise, if you're familiar with Masterverse, her head is on a ball joint, but not a lot of rotation. You got very little side to side here. Can't really look down. No hinge or anything. Can I even pop it off? Yes. So yeah, it's just a double barbell, but with very limited movement. So, and that's about as much range you're going to get out of that. Pop that back on. Soft goods cape, which is glued onto the little shoulder pads, onto the neck piece here. But you get full left to right. You got your hinge, ball joint, or peg or whatever, swivel. Cape shoulder pads do hinder a bit going up that way, go all the way out like that. Single jointed elbow, rotation at the elbow, rotation at the wrist with vertical hinge. Waist articulation. Seems like there is a slight ball joint, but you're not getting really any movement. I mean, you get some more back, but you're not getting any front because of the breastplate here. Does hinder the forward motion, but back you can get no real side to side. You get a little bit, but not a whole lot. Legs kick forward. You got it only goes, well, skirt kind of hinders it a little bit that way. Obviously, you're not getting any back motion. You're not going to get kicked back at all. Rotation at the hip or thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, which are really tight on her, so I'm not going to really force it. There is a boot cut. You got your ankle rocker. Yep, side to side. So it's forward facing rocker. Yeah. But yeah, so she's pretty cool. I'm not going to be doing any really extreme posing. I do hope we get the rest of the crew. Like I said, hopefully I can find Beastman and Blade at some point. Then hopefully we'll get the other few characters whose, for some odd reason, I can't remember the names. Yeah. But she's really nice. I mean, that detailing is like all over her body here. It's like all up on the arms. You can't really see because the camera does not. There it goes. Camera finally wanted to focus a little bit. But yeah, it's all up in the arms, on the upper torso as well, besides the legs. But the face paint, the eyes are really nicely painted. If I can get it to focus on her face and not my face, it'd be fantastic. Or my background. You know, sometimes autofocus wants to work, and in other times it does not. And I don't know why it does not like me. Or maybe it likes me too much and not the figures. But yeah, a lot of cool molded detailing on the armor pieces. Again, camera does not want to focus on it. There we go. Kind of like there's supposed to be a dagger in there or something, or that's just a snake head. Yeah, I think it's just like a cobra head design. But yeah, I think it could use a little bit more paint in some areas, so maybe a wash. I'll have to rewatch that film at some point and take a look more at that later. Of course, she has gripping hands on her when you get her out of the package. But in the little bag of her accessories, we have a few other things. Not a lot, but we have a few other things. Which we have, if I don't lose them. See, I'm already dropping things. We have an extra pair of hands, but they're kind of loose. One already seems to have some black specks on it for some odd reason. Interestingly enough, but we got a couple little sprout out hands, or gesturing hands, if I can even talk today. But it also has those designs on it, which I did not point out on it. So yeah, it's like all over on that. And we have her little holographic key when she's looking for it. Have you seen this device? Where is the cosmic key? Chaos says, I wanted her outfit when I was a kid, okay? So I still do. She always looks so badass. You know, that's one thing I'm going to give that movie for sure, that the character designs, costume designs on that were really good. I, oh no, He-Man shorts aren't furry. Who cares? His boots aren't furry. I don't care. I actually love this design. Now, the fact that we never saw him as Prince Adam, but I think it's because the movie was supposed to be more based off the mini comic than it was the Funimation. At least that's what I believe. I heard somewhere on the interwebs. But Frank Langella's Skeletor, man, he just ate it up, and I loved it. So I'm really interested in seeing how the Skeletor in the new movie acts. So, yeah, and how his voice is. I really just want Jared Leto to go, Nyeh! Oh, you've come to get me now, He-Man, huh? Yeah, I want to see that. I do. I really want to see him going, I'm surrounded by boobs. That's what I want to see. I want Jared Leto to go full animated Skeletor. We didn't hear any voiceover for Skeletor in the trailer. We just got a glimpse of him, which he looks amazing. Speaking of which, so I don't have that keyed up. I thought I did, but I do not. So I need to figure that out and go in. Let me go. I'm trying. So stop. Let's go ahead and see if I can't find. I thought I had it keyed up. I did not. So here we go. I will bring it up on the screen here in a little bit. As soon as I find the one I want to actually bring up, and I have to make sure I mute the audio because I do not. I mean, I don't get monetization anyway, so it's not like a big deal to me. And I have all this audio going in my head. Like, stop it. We're going to mute that. Okay. Skip that. We're going to. All right, so I don't bring it up here. Okay. So we'll add that. There we go. So we're just going to take a look. I'm not going to play any of the audio for this, only because I don't want to get flagged. So we will go ahead and make sure I get myself on the right part here. But just the visuals of this new trailer. I mean, obviously that's the Sorceress. Castle Grayskull looks amazing. I mean, just the production design in this movie. They went all out, and with the success of the Barbie movie, I'm not surprised they went, full hog, I guess is the phrase I'm looking for. I mean, it's being attacked, the whole thing. I mean, we can kind of fast forward a little bit through here. Him searching for the sword, finding it on this big old statue of the early concept of He-Man before he was called He-Man. This is, I mean, I was kind of skeptical, but the Barbie movie was so much fun. A lot of people were freaking out because, oh, look, he's on Earth. I'm tired of him bringing him to Earth. This is like his mother's from Earth. His mother was an astronaut who got stranded on Eternia, fell in love with Randor, and, they had twins, even though I don't know if they're going to bring that up in here. I mean, the vehicle designs, look at that, Skeletor. Hang on, let me get back on there. Pause. Go back to our first reveal of course, and that's the collector. That's his collector vehicle. So, I mean, they're just really, look at that. I mean, look at this. I mean, obviously, you couldn't do this in 87, but I just want him to go, yeah, so the prince has returned. Trying to save your mother. Beastman, bring him to me. That's all. That's all I want. And got Fisto knocking. I want to say, was it supposed to be Spikor? I know we just saw Spikor, but I can't tell you if that was actually Spikor. Maybe not. Maybe it was just one of the. Yeah, just one of the henchmen. For some odd reason, when I first saw the trailer, no, it's not. This one isn't Spikor. It's one of the his troops. But Spikor looks amazing too. I mean, let's get back to Spikor. I know we just saw him. See him pop back up. Look at all those army guys. I mean, come on. There, look at him. Spikor looks awesome. Just looks so cool. I mean, shoot, man. Yes, right. Yeah, it does look super fun. And I'm sure it's going to be. Spikor, yeah. I mean, come on. You see this, and you see Fisto punching, and of course, I think it's Spikor. It's not. Just had to kind of. Yeah, it's the armor from one of the henchmen. If it doesn't have Stikor, then I ain't going. Well, you're not going to know until you go and see it, unless you're going to wait for everyone else to tell you. I mean, I'll let you know. I plan on seeing it that weekend. Same with Supergirl. That same month, because that comes out later in the month. This is supposed to come out June 5th. I mean, Idris Elba. I mean, you kind of get a look at Trapjaw here. I mean, Idris Elba's as Man-at-Arms. I mean, people are complaining about that. Just get over yourselves. Idris Elba can be anything he wants to be. Because Idris Elba is awesome. Let's see if I can't get a better still. There it is. I think a lot of people have gotten this shot. Look at this. Come on. Trapjaw, man. Finally. I mean, we've had Beastman in the live action, but he was really the only real one from the, cartoon or in the mini comics. Because everyone else was never in there beforehand. Vehicles. Look at that. Hang on. I gotta rewind back to Beastman. Look at that guy. Oh my God. Can't wait to get a better, clearer shot of him instead of all this motion. But yeah, man. Beastman looks awesome. Shoot, I just missed. Of course, we already had Battle Cat right there. or I should just say Cringer, among his mother, Evil-Lyn and Tila duking it out. Cringer. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the design for the armor. Come on, you have to have him riding on the back of Battle Cat at some point. It has to happen. And he's going after the collector vehicle. Of course, in the transformation. I mean, come on. Damn IGN and your little blocky pieces coming up on it. I should have found the regular one. I mean, this looks awesome. I wish I could just get rid of that. I mean, Snake Mountain, man. Look at this. Oh my god, this is going to be so cool. I mean, I am a little kind of like aggravated. It's not like the same kind of battle harness thing, and it's kind of this just collar piece, but it works. It works. I mean, he has like 0% body fat. Like, totally. I mean, just you can just see every striation. You got Goat Man there. More of his troops. I mean, look at this. Tell me that's not badass. Someone tell me that's not badass. I mean, if people are going to complain, oh, he's not that big. It's like, not everyone can be Dolph Lundgren. You know, I mean, this is freaking great. This is, I mean, come on. June 5th. I can't wait for tickets to go up for pre-sale because I'll be hopping on immediately to make sure I got my seats, selected. Now, I don't know if I'm going to see it in XD or anything like that. Maybe. I know I'll have the credits and I probably have the points. Maybe. I mean, I haven't been to the movies since Superman, though. Finally got to watch Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, and they weren't bad. But yeah, Masters of the Universe 2026. Who else is excited? I am. Okay. Okay, that's enough of me being kind of nerdy on that. So I kind of just wanted to bring that up because this is going to be an awesome movie. I feel like I'm kind of just going through really quick. We're only in like a half an hour almost. I mean, come on. I might actually just bring up the audio just so we can just hear this part. Come on. I mean, that is just awesome. Okay, Mr. Ryan Clark says, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he's probably a better actor than Dolph Lundgren. Probably. I mean, Dolph Lundgren wasn't initially an actor, but Dolph Lundgren is also a scientist. He's actually extremely intelligent. So I thought he was great as Mira's father in Aquaman. I think that was one of his better roles. When he's not playing like a Russian boxer or a cyber or kind of cybernetic brainwashed soldier in Universal Soldier. Batman's a scientist. So Dolph Lundgren should be Batman. You heard it here first. Dolph Lundgren is the DCU's Batman per Mr. Ryan Clark. I kid. But that would be interesting. I actually really did enjoy him in the oh shoot, now I done forgot the movie franchise. The Expendables franchise. Hey, then again, that was all like every action star known to man type of movie. So, and I haven't even seen the last two. I mean, I think I've seen parts of 3, but yeah. But yeah, this battle harness and all this, I love the redesign. I love the more modernized update to it. I mean, every generation needs their own version, man. We had, I mean, Masters of the Universe the last several years has a big resurgence, at least on Netflix. We've had Revelations, then the animated He-Man, the Masters of the Universe thing for children, which that was a couple seasons. We had the She-Ra, if I can talk, uh, from DreamWorks, was they never officially connected it with the bigger He-Man universe or Masters of the Universe, universe, unfortunately. Kind of slightly alluded to it, I guess, but it's been a while since I've watched that series. And of course, we got the second season of Revolutions being it was Revelations, or then it was Revolutions. If I can get my name straight. And I actually really enjoyed those. It was kind of interesting that they recast Tila being from Sarah Michelle Gellar to Melissa Benoist, which is fine. Considering her husband has played Adam / He-Man for both seasons of that series. And I actually really enjoyed it. The fact that we finally got Orko and Gwildor together. So we got the little side character from the cartoon and from the original movie kind of popped up together. I love that. I don't have a Gwildor. I will almost pick up that 2-pack from Revolutions. Revolutions. But I didn't. Too animated looking. I mean, I have the cartoon version of Orko for Origins, but that goes with the Origin stuff. So, but I don't know. I just didn't want to get those, unfortunately. So yeah, so we got that. That's cool. Okay, let's bring that back off for now. I'm going to bring up and change if I can get this. I'm going to talk about a Kickstarter that's not really started yet, but they have their launch page up. I'm just going to bring it up on Instagram first. Make sure I get that back on here. Okay. And that is from Von Berg Studios, Ashen Oath action figures. Yeah, so their launch page just hit this week. And I think they're just over 200. Let me make sure. Let's click on this and just go ahead and click on that real quick and bring this up. Yes, so they've backed 10 things so far. They have 276 followers right now. I am one of those. Hang on. It says they didn't have to redub Dolph Lundgren's line. Didn't they have to redub Dolph Lundgren's line in the movie? He is in a movie I love called Don't Kill It. Well, I mean, every movie has to do some kind of other ADR at some point. So they always have to go in and mess with it. So I'm sure he had to redo some lines. I mean, every movie does. But Ashen Oath, I've been looking forward to this. I saw the prototypes, Paint Masters at Legion's Con this past November, and these things are amazing looking. It's the people behind this are just fantastic. Brian is really nice. My bag just hanging up, but I do have a name in the Ashen Oath universe, but I will have to. God, it's an Oathbound suit. Hang on, give me a second. Oh. I mean, I technically don't need the headphones on, but just in case I play anything else, I don't want it playing on anything else. So, but yeah, so I put on my badge. I am Oathbound Herald. We'll bring that and begging that up because I put the stickers on my badge from Legion's Con. So that's the name I pulled out, the first and the last. Oathbound Herald. I don't have Trisha's badge in here, so I don't remember what hers is off the top of my head. I know we've talked about it before. I've mentioned it in other things and posts from Legion's Con, I believe. Well, at least mine anyway, before. So, again, it's a line I'm extremely excited to see launch. They don't have a date yet exactly. It just says launching soon. And Chaos is pointing out that those armors have skulls hidden in their armor. And hers is Shattered Echo. That is her Ashen Oath name. So there are 6 initial characters in the wave. And this dark fantasy. Both says early spring. So we still got probably a couple months before this really hits. And what to expect. But if you haven't already, because he's working on a redesign of this sword for the figure in one of his recent posts on Instagram, actually. Go ahead and bring that back up here. That's loud. We'll take that off. But they're doing a little bit of redesign on his sword here, which they had a 1-to-1 scale replica that they 3D printed and had painted up and at the show, which was really cool. That is not, come on, click. There we go. I'm going to bring back that again. But yeah, so this is going to be fun. I can't wait for this to pop up. I mean, there's so many cool Kickstarters that are coming out this year. Ashen Oath's obviously one of those. There are, shoot, I got stuff still coming in. There's so much stuff coming in. I know we should be getting the first wave of Series 2 in the next couple months, I believe so. And I could look it up on here. And if I can spell, I know I'm not spelling that right. Nope. Nope. I'll look it up later. Or I'll bring it up somewhere else. I'm sure I can find it on here because I know Brick's finally been updating us more often. The last couple Wednesdays, we've gotten some Kickstarter updates on that for AWOLK series, Primal Series 2. Can't wait to start getting those in. But yeah, I mean, look at this. They were talking about this too. This cool custom. And they were just starting to talk about that on New to Mythics tonight too. And I kind of, that's when I had to hop off, unfortunately. But if you haven't followed Von Berg Studios, go right ahead. And they did just launch a separate Instagram just for Ashen Oath, but there's nothing on it yet. There's no pictures, no nothing. Like this pauldron, I remember when he posted this pauldron up. I mean, that's going to be cool. I can't wait to see what character that goes on and what that's fully going to look like. But that's pretty badass, to say the least. I mean, kind of go back into some of these other photos here. And he's always showing off stuff like artwork and designs, audio. Yeah, so these, I think, was this taken at Legion? Yeah, this was taken at Legion's Con by, I believe, from Toy Culprits, if I can even say it. I mean, yeah, see, there's the skull, parts of the belt, and this like the brow here for the eye socket, top of the mouth. I mean, these are very beautifully designed. That helmet looks wicked. I mean, they're going to be so cool. I can't wait to see these. And he said the whole thing about those armor is that they're cursed. Like the armor is all like a cursed thing. That's why everyone looks about the same, or they have this very similar armor. So it's like kind of like, I guess, attached to them. Like I didn't get to finish watching the whole interview. I'll have to go back to the replay and watch. I think they're still going right now. I mean, look at that. Look at that head sculpt. I mean, let me just make this large. We'll just take up the whole screen here. I mean, come on. And there's the prototype or the test shot, or at least the 3D resin prints of them. I mean, look at this. I mean, so you can totally tell that's a skull now. Someone pointed that out while we were there too, and I didn't realize it. And there's a little video there. Here's my post that I took of it way back. It said edited 10 weeks ago. Oh, that's probably because I was adding. I had to edit to add stuff to it. But yeah, 1/12 scale, approximately 7 inches tall, premium action figures, over 30 points of articulation, multiple interchangeable headsets or handsets, if I can even speak today, and accessories, 5 to 6 initial characters in the wave, titled the Morton song. Yeah. Production managed by the most reliable and exciting producers. A rich world filled with intriguing characters and expansive lore. Kickstarter campaign launched spring 2026, which is it's getting close. So the first step was that. So these are all my shots that I took. Not the most, compelling, but I did the best I could. And these were already sold, I believe, custom figures that he did off Mythic Legion's bodies. And of course, these translucent green weapons, which are really cool. And he was seeing there's that replica sword that they had made. And of course, these helmets were for sale. They can put on your skeleton. I didn't buy any of the helmets. I should have. Maybe I'll get lucky and get to pick those up at some point later on. More customs that they end up selling that were over at their booth. But yeah, so if you haven't yet, please go check out me. Actually, you know what? Let me bring that back up, and let me put that link in the Kickstarter here. Let me see. I'm going to bring that off of here so I can do this. But I'll put the link in the chat and I'll have to update the description. I'll put in the description a little later if I can. Yeah, Portland, Oregon. Man, he had to drive. Obviously, he had to fly to Legion's Con. But yeah. Where? I'm trying. This is where we were at. So that is the link. Okay, well, that makes it easier to copy, doesn't it? We will go ahead and put that in here. So in case you are curious about it, there is the link in the chat. Up. There we go. I took that off the stage, but I did not enlarge myself. I had that still up. So there we go. So yeah. But that's pretty much it for tonight, guys. I mean, we made it under an hour. Don't have a lot. Didn't have really a whole lot to do. I mean, I do have other figures I could open, but I'm saving those for other shows in case, because, I have other stuff coming in at some point, but nothing's set to come out yet. I did get the final expansion for the Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid board game by Renegade Studios. I got that last Kickstarter in this week. I believe it arrived Thursday. Maybe I'll bring that up on an episode. I'm not sure how many people are interested in that, but yeah, so that's probably what we're going to do. But yeah, so have fun with your toys, guys. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Stay safe, stay warm. Don't be out on the roads if you're in the area where the storm is hitting. Just stay at home, watch a movie, watch YouTube, play with your action figures, take some photos. Other than that, I will see you all next weekend, where I want to say, you know what? Next weekend we will open up a figure I've been hunting for the last few months. We're going to open up the Justice League New 52 Hawkman from DC Collectibles. And I don't remember what year this came out, but I've been hunting for this figure to go on my Justice League Superpower shelf, so we will open this next week. So join me again next week at 8 o'clock. Next weekend, Saturday, whatever the date is, you'll know what it is. At 8 o'clock, every Saturday, 8 o'clock. Good night, Mr. Ryan Clark. I will talk to you all later, and peace.